y'all.
And she is back.
Hi, you guys.
And ladies and gentlemen, as the vice chairman of CPAC, I'm very well aware of my role. And I know that today my role is simply to provide arm candy for Sarah Palin. So I know all of you were thinking the same thing. Governor, it's great to have you here as one of the leaders of the conservative movement for a long time, and I know everybody appreciates your service to our country.
Thank you.
You're one of only 2 speakers who has ever had the opportunity, shall we say, to debate Joe Biden.
Yes, yes.
The other being President Trump, who may be coming here in a couple of days.
I know. Good.
You asked if you could call him Joe.
I did.
What are you calling him these days?
Yeah. Well, he's Sleepy Joe. Pretty sleepy, kind of slow, bless his heart. Yeah, that was quite an experience. And man, had I to do it all over again, I would not hold back. It's a shame that the McCain-Palin campaign kind of had some shackles on me, not allowed to go rogue, because that's what our country needs right now, are fighters who are willing to go rogue and get out there and fight for what's right to save our country, because y'all know, the trajectory that our country is on right now, not real good, but we can turn that around.
One of the things that you were famed for as the governor of an energy-producing state was telling the world that we should drill, baby, drill. And those words ring very, very loudly today. We hear an awful lot from this administration that we have a climate crisis, but I know you agree that what we really have is an energy crisis. So what are the keys to developing domestic energy so that we don't have to be buying our energy from our enemies?
Right. It makes absolutely no sense that we have an administration overseas begging dirty, dangerous sources of energy to be drilled, allowed to develop, and then we would import it, when all you got to do is turn on the spigot here in America. Alaska's oil and gas and minerals, and Texas. And by the way, it's really good to be in Alaska's little sister state of Texas. Texas is just so cute. Yes, 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 yes. But, you know, being here in this environment where people here, too, the independent, pro-energy, pro-America mindset that is here is so inspiring. It's very encouraging, and it gives me a lot of hope, especially when it comes to energy independence, because hopefully most people know that there's an inherent link between energy and security, and energy and prosperity. And it makes no sense what the Biden administration is doing today when, as I say, God has created these resources that are meant for responsible use of mankind. We can ethically and responsibly, more so than any other country, develop those God-given resources. That's what any civilization needs. America can do it best. So it's what the Biden administration is doing is the complete opposite of what should be done with our energy agenda.
And your senator, Senator Sullivan, has been on the Biden administration now over regulatory policy, because that's got a really negative impact on the development of safe and efficient energy here in the U.S. He wants to use the Congressional Review Act to go after these executive orders of the Biden administration. Can that be done? Should it be done?
I am so thankful that our Senator Sullivan is on this, because as you hopefully are paying attention to, I know you guys are, otherwise you wouldn't be here at CPAC. CPAC is known for the activism, for those in the arena ready to duke it out in the arena of ideas and debate. I'm not calling for physical violence, of course, don't accuse me of that. But yes, so Senator Sullivan understanding that this abuse of power that we're witnessing now with the Biden administration, whether it's regulatory aspects of oil development or anything else, you know, they're spewing these executive orders and emergency measures, and what they're doing is usurping the power from the other 2 branches of government, the judiciary and the legislative branch. We can't allow that to happen. Things like that create this atrophy in the foundation of America will destroy America. It's like Lincoln said, we're not going to be destroyed from foreign forces coming on in. It's going to be from within if we allow things that are so anti-constitutional to be able to usurp, for instance, the balance of power. So yes, Dan Sullivan is right on in what he's doing in trying to stop these executive orders. And when it comes to regulation of oil and gas development, I was a mayor, a city manager, a governor. I was the oil and gas regulator, commissioner up there in Alaska. And what I found was the regulations that come from on high, from these faceless, nameless bureaucrats and politicians in this bubble in D.C., they think they know best, you know, how to develop our resources, and they don't believe in science. They don't believe in geology and geography and biology, and they try to, you know, rewrite all these rules. We have to pay attention to what, for instance, the Biden administration is doing today. They have a policy in play. It's called the Biden 30 by 30, 34-30 plan, where by 2030, they want 30% of all federal lands locked up for any kind of development, any kind of commercial, residential development. And things like that specific plan kind of goes under the wire. Not a whole lot of people hear about it, realize it, because the fake news, the media, they won't report on the important things in life, right, that we're dealing with. So we need to pay attention and make sure that we support things like Senator Dan Sullivan's proposal there to kind of rein in that abuse of power from the Biden administration.
So as the governor of that state, which is like 2.5 times the size of Texas.
2.5 sizes.
One congressional district, 2.5
I told him
times.
that backstage.
She set me up. But you were very, very successful in developing energy the right way. What were the keys to that, and what should America be looking to do right now to develop our domestic energy?
You know what I had to do when I ran for office? I had to promise to clean up corruption in Alaska. We had a group up there of lawmakers, and they were so blatant about the favoritism that they showed to the big oil companies. They actually had trucker hats embroidered CBC, and it stood for Corrupt Bastards Club. And they were proud of what it was that they were doing to gain favoritism and personal gain from oil companies. I had to fight that, some within my own party, the Republican Party, and I said, we have to fight the corruption with big business and with politicians, the favoritism, the crony capitalism. Otherwise, nobody's going to trust us to be able to do it right. So that was the first step. And that's got to be the first step in Congress, too, is cleaning up this corruption. Look at what Pelosi's doing. Look at what Biden's doing. That for too long, you guys, many people have felt like, well, you know, is that just status quo? Is that par for the course? Are we just going to have to live with it? We don't have to just live with it. We need fighters in Congress. We need fighters in the Senate and in the White House who understand what's at stake right now. And the good guys in office, and there are good guys in office, those Freedom Caucus members, I love them, and I hope I hook up with them. So the Freedom Caucus members, they need reinforcements. They need more numbers. They need more votes on their side in order to have the investigations so that we can get a handle on and cure, stop the corruption that's going on in Washington, D.C. We hear a lot about investigations, but do you ever hear any outcomes? Does anybody ever end up shackled or anything else? No, it's just a lot of yakking because we haven't had enough numbers in Congress. So we need to change that.
And one of the things